Did you know that someone can literally steal your house? I know, it's a bit hard to imagine. A house isn't exactly something that a thief can throw over their shoulder and run away with, but it does happen, and it's called title fraud. Now, I know you don't want to lose your house, so you're probably wondering, what in the world is home title theft? And how do I make sure it doesn't happen to me? Well, since your house is a little heavy, the criminals have to hijack it on paper. The scammer finds a house to target. Normally they look for vacant homes. Then they forge the owner's signature on the deed to sell it to themselves. They register the sale at the county recorder's office, and now, on paper, the property is theirs. Now I know what you're thinking, what does that mean for us in real life? Off paper. Well, once a criminal targets a house, they could do one of a few things. It's pretty common that they will try and sell the house. And can you imagine how hard it would be to get your house back from someone who actually paid for it legally? Just talk about a nightmare. Or they could try and rent the house to someone else. Now you have people in your home, but they are pocketing the money. Another thing is they could take out a loan on your house, then cash out and leave you with the payments. But wait a minute now. Maybe the county recorder doesn't have amazing fraud detection. But what about the bank? So yes, the bank does have pretty tight security, but here's the thing to remember. In order to do any of these things that we're talking about, these criminals need one main thing: information. With the right information, they can do just about anything. Sometimes the information they need is publicly available, but they can also get their hands on your personal information just online. It could be that your security online is not as tight as you thought, or your information could already be for sale on the dark web. I know it sounds like something out of a movie, but it's real and this happens. Now, there are ways to stay a few steps ahead and prevent them from getting your information. Like, as a start, there are some great internet security systems. Aura, for example, is a comprehensive internet security solution that includes a dark web scanner, credit and bank account monitoring, and a title and address monitoring. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. They also have a 14-day trial so you can sign up for it and give it a test drive. But besides security, there are some specific red flags that could help you realize if someone is targeting you. Here's what you should look for. First, check your credit reports. You're going to want to check them regularly and pay close attention to anything that seems out of the ordinary. Also, watch out for incoming bills and notices. For example, if you start getting utility bills for a house that's supposed to be vacant, that's an obvious red flag. Also, you could get a notice for a mortgage that you don't have, or worse, a foreclosure notice. On the flip side, if bills you normally get stop coming to you, this is also a red flag. I mean, it would be nice if the bills just disappeared, but let's be real. That's not going to happen, and it probably means that the scammers filed for a change of address. Another thing is, you can check your property status online and set alerts for changes. If you're on top of it, you can catch a scammer right away. Okay, now I can imagine that some of you have another question. But Upton, I don't own a house. Doesn't that mean I'm good to go? Well, not exactly. Remember, these scammers are often selling or renting houses. Obviously, you don't want to pay for something you can't have. So if you're buying or renting, it helps to confirm who you're dealing with. For a purchase, check out public records and property history first. If anything looks fishy, it probably is. You can have your lawyer look over the deed. They can even check up on the current property owner and verify their identity. So those are the things you can do to prevent title fraud. I really hope you never ever have to deal with it, but what if you do? Well, don't panic. The first thing you need to do is report it. You need to let your bank, the county clerk, and the FTC know. You should also place a fraud alert with your creditors and file an identity theft report with the police. So no, a thief cannot run off with your house, but they may be able to run off with your title. And I get it, it's scary to think someone could make off with something so important as your house. But don't worry, now you know what you need to do. And remember, keep a close eye on things and make sure your personal information is actually safe. If you do this, you can be pretty successful at avoiding these problems. And hey, don't forget where you learned all this. Hit the subscribe button for more ways to keep yourself and your property safe.